right, we're live. Hello, redesigners. It's Cece from Cece ReStyled, and today we're gonna go over chalk paste and icing paste. So, what is the difference? What do you use them for? They're both products from Prima Marketing. Chalk paste is this. Oh, it's very creamy paste. And it dries to a fairly matte finish. It comes in lots of different colors, chalk paste. This one's called aquamarine. Icing paste is very similar. It dries, what's up everybody? Hello, happy Thursday. It's rainy and gross here, making me kind of bummed. Anyways, and icing paste is it's also kind of a puddingy texture, but it's metallic, very pretty metallic. And it also comes in a variety of colors. Hello, hi everybody. Good morning-ish. It's like noon, but good morning. So chalk paste, icing paste. What do you use them for? So I think that primarily most people use them for stenciling. You can do raised stenciling, depending on how thick you put them on. They can be very textured, or if you put them on very thin, they can be less textured. We're gonna do some sample boards with different colors and then both next to each other so you can see the differences and how they look in comparison to each other. So I've got some boards here that I painted. We're gonna go ahead and start with let's start with this board. It is painted a dark gray color, and I'll tilt you down here. All right, can you see? Scooch over here a little bit. There we go. So I painted my board a dark gray. You can pretend like it's a drawer front or the side of a dresser. I'd say primarily people use them on furniture and with stenciling. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you. Let's pick out some colors real quick. I've got the chalk paste. This one's a dark, this one's called Iron Gate, and it's basically a dark gray, almost black. So you can create very subtle stenciling. So say you have a piece and you really want to put something fun on there, but you don't want to have lots of different crazy colors and you want to keep it fairly subtle. Well, I'll show you how to do a black on black tone and how that works out, or gray on gray, whatever you want to call it. Oh, and then let's do some white gold icing paste. That'll look cool. Or maybe vintage gold. I don't know. How about vintage gold? We'll do vintage gold and the Iron Gate chalk paste. So chalk paste versus icing paste, okay? Matte, not metallic, versus metallic. So let's go ahead and try. I'm just gonna grab this paper tile stencil, which is one of my favorites. Just a thick stencil. It's made for actually making paver tiles. So you pour the concrete in the tile mold and you press this in there and it kind of creates an indent, but I just use it as a stencil. And this is one of my favorite ones. As you can tell, I'm not very good at cleaning my stencils. I'm kind of very bad at it actually. I'm a terrible stencil mother. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and tape this in place. And then I'm also going to show you how to use the icing paste on fabric too when we're done here with our sample boards. So we'll just tape that in place. And then let's see. I've got this handy dandy spread pal here. You can also get this from most Redesign retailers. It's a little kind of squeegee. See how rubbery it is? And it helps with spreading onto the product. So once you got your stencil in place, we're gonna go ahead and let's do Iron Gate first, okay? And I'll show you the black on black. So this is a really good thing to do, like I said, when you wanna add something to your piece, but you don't want it to be super gaudy or super loud. You just wanna add something subtle. The tone on tone stenciling, very classy, I think, in my opinion. Very classy. And the chalk paste smells good too. Can you smell it? It smells like roses. Okay, so let's just do half, and then we'll do the other half in the gold. How's that? So we can see both of them right next to each other. Okay, again, this is the chalk paste. Okay, chalk paste in Iron Gate, which is a very dark charcoal, almost black. And like I said, you can spread it on very thin by just scraping your squeegee across it tighter, or you can make it nice and thick and textured by just adding lots and kind of gooping it on there. I'm going to go kind of in between. We'll have in between kind of going on here. Okay, so that's how easy it is to apply the chalk paste. Super easy. It's a little bit messy on your fingers, but it's so easy and it's a lot of fun. I'm going to go ahead and wipe off my squeegee so I can reuse it. We can wash it off. You just wash it off with water, but since we're on a video, I'm just going to wipe it off. Okay, so now versus the icing paste. Icing paste, like I said, the texture is very puddingy, just like the other one. That's how I think it's just like pudding, you know. But look how pretty metallic-y it is. Ooh, and this dries to more of a glossy, plasticky kind of finish rather than a chalky matte finish. But we apply it the same way with our spread pal, or you can use a palette knife, or whatever floats your boat. Whatever helps you spread that stuff on there, you know what I'm saying? Evenly. I love this stuff. It's so satisfying. Okay, so I'm just doing both of these so I can show you what they look like right up against each other. And the icing paste, it's pretty metallic looking, but as it dries, it gets even more sparkly. So just be mindful of that. It'll get even more metallic-y looking as it dries. I'm so messy. I'm sorry. I'm just a messy person when it comes to product. All right. So I'm going to peel my stencil off and show you what it looks like on this dark charcoal gray color. I like to pull my stencils from two different sides and just kind of pull up. Whoop. All right, so that stencil, we're gonna have to wash that at some point. All right, so see how subtle the black on black icing paste is versus the so you got the black on black I can't even talk. The black on black chalk paste, okay? And then you've got your much more metallic-y icing paste. So see the difference? One dries to matte, which is the chalk paste, and one dries to a nice sparkly glossy finish, which is the icing paste. I want to try another color to show you of the icing paste. Let's try, I don't know, this stencil is pretty small. This is a lace stencil. It is a Finnabair stencil from Prima. It's this really pretty lace. It's fairly small. It's kind of made for more mixed media and scrapbooking type things, but let's see what it looks like with, let's try Neptune. Okay, it's this turquoise chalk paste. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that so pretty? Yes. Let's see how well it does in this. This is a very small stencil. You know, the openings are very small and detailed. I have not actually done chalk paste on one this small before, so I'm going to see how well it does on the small detail. The lace stencil is one that everybody wants, but it's very hard to find because they've been discontinued. So unfortunately, the distressed lace stencil, we couldn't use that one. So we're going to use this one, this little guy, and this is available. It's not discontinued as far as I know. Look how pretty, and look how Isn't that amazing? It's so thick and yummy, and that color is really pretty too. So let's see how it does on the very small detailed stencil. I'm going to spread it pretty thin on this. I can honestly say I don't know how well this one's going to turn out because I haven't done chalk paste on a stencil this small before, so we're going to find out. So when you buy the Spread Pals, which is these little squeegees I was showing you, the rubbery ones, they come in a pack of 2, one small one and one big one, and they're perfect for this. All right, so we're almost done covering that. All right, I'm going to scrape off the excess because I want this stenciling to be fairly thin. All right, there we go. And we'll pull it up from 2 corners. Ooh, that didn't do too bad. Not too terrible. So that's pretty. See, some of the really fine details got a little bit lost. But I think it's pretty neat, kind of I don't know, not aged look, but kind of like a, I don't know, worn look. So that's the icing versus the chalk paste. So I'm going to show you a couple different colors, and then we're going to do some on some fabric. The icing paste you can use on fabric. I've done it on jeans, and you can wash it gently, of course. But I don't know if you want to use the chalk paste on fabric. Actually, let's go ahead and do the icing. I'm going to show you the icing paste on fabric, okay? So this is an apron. Like I said, I've done it on jeans. I've done it on a different kind of apron, like a black apron before, but this apron is also from Prima, and these are really cool because they have the part that goes around your neck, but then they are adjustable. So if you pull it this way, it'll shorten around the neck, so you can get the, the top of it higher or lower. Does that make sense? So it fits better. And they have a nice little pocket on front. But anyhow, I'm going to show you the icing paste on fabric. This stuff takes about, I don't know, 20-30 minutes to dry to the touch. But if you have it on thick, you want to let it dry a little bit longer, a few hours maybe. Let's see. We're going to do icing paste on this one. How about, let's do this pretty rose gold. It looks a little more purple to me than rose gold, but it's called rose gold. I guess it is a little more rose gold than I thought. So we're going to do a rose gold stencil on our apron. You can do, let's do rose gold and regular gold. What the heck? Why not? YOLO, right? YOLO. Okay, so I'm going to pick this stencil right here. This one is, gosh, I don't know what this one is called. I'm sorry. I believe I got this one from Jan at Flipped Furniture of Kentucky, I think. So it might be on her Etsy, maybe not unless she sold out. It is a Prima Redesign stencil. So there's a big stencil that's been discontinued that's called Imperial Damask, and that is my favorite stencil. Well, was my favorite stencil, but it has this repeating on it. So it's so beautiful, and that's been discontinued. So now we have this one to work with. We'll just have to repeat it if we want to use that pattern. It makes a very pretty pattern. But anyways, it fits perfectly right here on our apron, in the middle, right there. So let's try to 2 different colors, okay? So we'll see what happens when we spread 2 different colors on here and see if we get a pretty cool effect. So I'm gonna tape this in place. Usually when I'm stenciling, I like to spray the back of my stencils with spray adhesive, let it dry to a tack, and then place it on whatever you're stenciling. That will help keep the stencil in place, and it also helps a lot with the seepage underneath. I didn't do that this time, unfortunately, but I usually do anytime I'm stenciling, so just something to keep in mind. All right, so let's start with the rose gold. It's so pretty. And like I said, this will dry to a very glossy, kind of almost plasticky finish. So you can wash it. I would just maybe hand wash it or a gentle cycle. So let's spread on some rose gold. And then let's do a little bit more rose gold over here. And I'm gonna wipe that off. Then we'll add some gold in and see how it looks with two colors. All right, so this one is vintage gold icing paste. Look how pretty it is. Ooh, it's so pretty. I don't seal the icing paste. You can wash it. It will be fine. I would just wash it on gentle or hand wash it, but you don't need to seal it. The chalk paste, you can seal it, but I usually use it as a last step. The chalk paste you can also put down first as a raised stencil and then paint over it if you wanted a different color. But you can use it that way too, just as a medium for a raised stencil and then paint it. In which case you'd probably want to seal it after that. But okay, so we've got 2 colors. Oh, let's throw a little bit up there and let's see what this looks like. Actually, I don't think I've ever used 2 colors of the icing paste at the same time before, so I'm kind of excited to see what it's going to look like. All right, so I'm going to pull it up. Oh, that's kind of fun. Check that out. Check it out. Check it. So that's with 2 colors. I just kind of spread them on different areas. But I will let that dry, and no need to seal it. And yes, you can wash it gently. But so that's on fabric. And like I said, jeans, canvas, any fabric really, but that's really the only 2 kind of fabrics I've used it on. So I think it's pretty. It's so pretty. And it'll dry, like I said, even more sparkly. So I'm gonna try not to mess it up and let it dry. But isn't it pretty? So shiny. So shiny. So I wanna try, let's try one more big stencil in this same fashion, but with different icing paste colors. Let me put this up real quick so it doesn't get messed up. Okay, so I'm gonna grab, let's try this board here. This board's a nice, pretty bright color. So let's try this board with, let's do maybe gold and, how about this green and gold, and see how that turns out. Do you think? And I actually have this big stencil here I want to use. I don't know if this one's been discontinued. I'm going to assume maybe it has because it's a large one. But it's a Redesign stencil called Millicent Lace. Hopefully it's not discontinued because I hate showing you guys things that are discontinued, but you can still probably find one somewhere if you want it. It's really pretty. So, well, if I can get it open. Okay. Well, let me grab scissors. Okay, so there's Millicent Lace. Isn't it pretty? Isn't she pretty? Isn't she lovely? Let's do it sideways so you can probably see more of it in the view. I'm making such a mess here. Okay, so you can see that. I'm gonna go ahead and tape it down so it doesn't go anywhere. And let's see. I think that you really, really will love the icing paste if you want to try. If you want to give them a shot, you can get them at some Redesign retailers carry them. If yours doesn't, your local one doesn't, or you're not sure, just search it on Etsy. Just search icing paste on Etsy, and you'll find the retailers that do have it online. But it's super fun. It's really fun stuff. If you can't tell, I'm having a ball. All right, so we're gonna try this big area with, oh, I don't know, 2 or 3 different colors. Definitely the, let's see, the green is called Emerald, I think. Lucky Emerald. I'll show you that. So this is Lucky Emerald. Ooh, isn't that pretty? And then we'll do Vintage Gold, and I'm thinking maybe let's do some white gold. I'll show you white gold because it's really pretty too. Look at the white gold. So let's try white gold, vintage, excuse me, Vintage Gold and Lucky Emerald, okay? I'm sorry, I just have to find fun and new things to show you guys because showing you how to apply a transfer every week is not as fun for me as all these fun things. I promise though, if you try them, you're gonna love it. Let's start with the Lucky Emerald. So let's just go kind of in a diagonal. Guess what? After this, I get to clean a bunch of stencils. That's gonna be so awesome. Said nobody ever. Okay, so spreading it on with my spread pal, just like the others. Do a little bit more. Let's do a little bit more over here. Ooh. Dropped a gloop. Do a little bit more over here. Ah. I'm so messy, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna wipe this off because I'm so messy. All right, and then let's do white gold next. We'll do a little diagonal swoop of white gold. Oh man, okay, it's official. The white gold is my absolute most favorite. It's so sparkly. Can you see how sparkly it is? Oh, it's like, I'm like in a trance with the sparkly trance. Ooh, it's so pretty. So pretty. Look how sparkly it is. All right, so we're almost done with our diagonal of white gold. I'll overlap it with the green just a little bit. And Make sure it's pretty even on there. All right, now it's time for vintage gold. We'll see how that looks next to the white gold. More yellowy, still pretty. They're both so pretty, so pretty. Okay. All right, so there's that, and now we'll go back and let's do one more pass of the Lucky Emerald, and then I'll pull it up so you can see. Spreading it on, sometimes it does squirt under the stencil a little bit. That's why I said I usually spray the back of these with spray adhesive and let it dry to attack before I do this. I didn't have time to spray the back of each stencil today and let it dry. But generally, that's how I prevent having product or paint or whatever I'm stenciling with. That's how I keep it from squeezing underneath the stencil, is I spray the back of it with spray adhesive. So these are not going to be the sharpest, crispest stencils I've ever done. But if I was doing this on on a piece of furniture or something that wasn't just a sample board, I would have sprayed the back of my stencil with spray adhesive. And that, like I said, prevents that squeezing underneath quite a bit. A lot. All right. All right. All right. Let's kind of just give that a little snaky snake action and see what it looks like. So we got our kind of gradient green gold here going on. We're gonna peep it out, pull from two sides, up. And, ooh, that's pretty. That's a pretty stencil. You can see some spots in there where it didn't, I don't know if I didn't press hard enough or what, but see how the icing paste kind of got stuck in there? That's kind of strange. I've never seen that happen before. But anyways, that's weird. Anyways, that is our Millicent Lace stencil. Look at it in the light. Look at it sparkling in the light. So when you use 3 different colors, it kind of looks like a iridescent chameleon kind of look. Imagine if we would have put a little bit of purple or that rose gold in here. Like that would give a very cool like oil slick kind of look, you know? But isn't that super pretty? Like a chameleon, right? So, oh, I'm gonna have to use those colors on a piece of furniture or something. So pretty. So yeah, I had actually never done this before with the 3 colors, so I'm kind of hyped. I'm gonna try it on some furniture. It looks very pretty. Let's see if you can see it better close up. Maybe, maybe not. So that is icing paste versus chalk paste, the differences, what you can use them for, and yeah, that's all I got. So hopefully at some point you try to use some icing paste, because it's really fun. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I like the chalk paste too, but I'm a sparkly gal, so the icing paste has my heart because it's all metallic. But chalk paste is fun too, just depends on what kind of look you're going for. And like I said, like I showed you at the beginning, if you want a more subtle look, in case you missed it, we did a tone on tone, like a gray on gray raised stencil, so you can get a more subtle kind of look. Or if you want something crazy in your face, you can do contrasting. And then there was our little turquoise mini stencil there. So you can get a lot of different looks. Whatever you're going for, there is a solution for it. So anyways, I hope you all have a great rest of your Thursday and an amazing weekend. And I'll see you next time. Bye.